Hey everybody, a very good afternoon, good morning, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby, thank you for joining us this Wednesday, middle of the week, and what a week it has been, a week jam-packed full of amazing launches, products coming back onto our shelves, but I think safe to say this is the day that you've been waiting for as far as this week is concerned, and actually, the launch of the year, I mean, this has been so hugely popular. I'm talking about the Roaring Twenties collection, which officially launches right now. But you guys are savvy shoppers. You guys are impatient. I'm putting it bluntly, impatient. You want to get your hands on these new collections. And can you believe this, right? We are literally a couple of minutes into the official launch show of this amazing collection. And on the Showstopper bundle, we are already 60% of the stock sold through. It has been absolutely crazy, and what's happened is we had a little bit of a sneaky peek last night of this, and then loads of you, particularly our US viewers, were shopping through the night, and we came back in this morning and realized that a huge quantity of the stock had gone. Now, I'll take you through all the whys and wherefores in just a minute and why you need to buy the Showstopper above all anything else, but what I want you to do is, if you haven't yet purchased, if you haven't yet bought, think about getting items into your basket early. There's loads of options and ways for you to be able to buy. Think about getting more of those consumables, as we always tell you to do with these brand new collections, because items are flying off the shelves. It is such a gorgeous collection. I know so many of you love that Art Deco period, love that decade of the 20s, and I think within this collection we've encapsulated everything from the artwork to the singing and the dancing. It is absolutely stunning. But you're going to have to be quick if you want to get your hands on this collection. Could be disappearing before the end of the show. So let's get into this. And Sarah will take you all around it, and then we'll come back. I'll give you another stock update because items are already flying, and we'll properly get into it. But get the Showstopper. Don't get the bundle on its own, because as you'll see with Sarah in just a second, the Showstopper, you're going to get a goodie bag of Sarah's signature goodies, which is an extra £39 or $48 for free. Bizarrely, we've got some people who are just buying the collection on its own. Just get this collection, even if you've got the goodies that Sarah will show you in that mystery bag, because it's not going to cost you a penny more. $86.93 is the platinum price, $111.46 if you're shopping in the US. And if you are in the US and picking this up, make sure you are rounding that up to your free shipping, which loads of you did this morning. But let's get on over to Sarah to take us around this collection. Sarah, I cannot tell you how busy it has been already this morning. People love this collection.
Well, there's two reasons why I think it's been like stellar, next level busy. One is we've never done a collection like this. I've never done a collection like this before. No. We've never done anything like this at Crafters Companion. And we had requests to do this sort of thing many times. And I always thought, oh, is it a big style? Would I love to do that? I don't know if that's my cup of tea. Once we started researching it, I'm like, yes. That is how I want to do it. I want to do it exactly like that. And so I had such a clear vision of how I wanted to bring things like the silhouette dies through, how I wanted to use the stamp elements in this. So I'm going to walk you through that vision now, okay? But then secondly, I just got to kind of give a shout out to the team on nailing the Showstopper today, right? Because this is a brand new launch. You are looking at the usual price in the UK of £175 for everything. And if you are a platinum member, you are paying $86. If you're in the US, a usual price of $222. As a platinum member, you're paying $111. That is a straight half. If you're a platinum member, it's a straight half price if you were doing that. Now, yes, that is for the full collection, and we're giving, so you've got a bit of a saving on the collection, and we've given you this Showstopper, the bag as a freebie, which I am going to touch on in a minute. But I will tell you, that is why it's been so busy. Other people who would maybe watch a few of the shows, have a think about it for a while, they've just gone, hell yes, I'll have another 40 quid with the stuff for free, Sarah. I'm taking that right today. I know it's a great collection. I don't need to think about it, right? Now, I'm just going to tell you, I'm nailing it on the demo front today.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Craig's already spoken to this. I am absolutely nailing it on the demo front. Everything that's in front of me is what I'm going to be showing you when we come to the demos. I can't possibly get everything, 7 there. I can't possibly get through all of them. However, and I'll bring them out. George is on his way over. You stay here, George, I'll bring them in, right? I'm going to be showing you so that you can see how all this works together. And you can start giving me feedback in the comments which ones I need to prioritise, okay? So I'm going to be showing you, we've got cut and emboss folders in here, which are brilliant for shaker cards. We've actually got the shaker elements in here. Look at the edgeable and how it brings that feel into play with everything, okay? Yes, the stamps and the dies are fabulous. The flapper girls and the silhouette designs are fabulous in this one, okay? Now I'm going to be using it there. I'm going to be now this box. I'm going to have to speed my way and get to this box quickly because look at the acetate that we've used in here, and it's the acetate, guys, that is going to sell out our complete collection. So I'm going to be using that incredible die, and I'm going to be coming to that. That same die I've used on this one, right? So can you see? Looking great card. It's actually a looking through card with multiple layers in the same card, right? I can't wait. I was thinking about doing that one first. I can't wait to show you that one. I took all my inspiration, by the way, from the marketing suite. In case you were wondering, so the images that we have on air, I just looked at them and I said, I'm going to do this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one.
This is a stunner.
I did not come up with an original idea, guys. I used the designs from our design team for everything. That's what I'm going to encourage you to do. I thought that was a lovely shaped card.
Beautiful.
It looks very complex. It's actually a cheat. I'm going to teach you how to do this. It's a little cheat card, right? So I'll be coming to do that. I've got a lovely dome-fronted card in here. We're going to be using the cut and emboss folder. I thought, let's try a little box. Those of you who've got the Ultimate set, nice little box from the Ultimate DVD. And then the one, and I'm not going to lie, I'm building this. I'm just going to tell you now, this is going to be my crescendo at the end of the show. I've learned it's the best way of winning Demo of the Day with it. Right? Is if you go, it's going to be the last thing in your mind. So that is the last one I'm going to be doing before the vote. And also make sure everybody gets a chance to get on that.
That's incredible.
What did you call it?
Well, it's a theatre card, isn't it? But is it like a stage dropper?
Stage drop. A theatre stage. Guys, if you want to see the theatre stage dropper, make sure you stay tuned. That's coming up later in the show, the theatre stage dropper. And I'll give you all the measurements and I'll walk you through exactly how to do it with that lovely Charleston couple. That's what I'm going to be showing you, okay? I wanted you to see them so you can give your feedback on which ones you want me to prioritise and do first before I start and go through the collection, right? Now, got to walk you through all of the collection.
Here we go.
Right? 12 by 12 pad. I'll try and pop the details on the bottom of the screen for you if you want extras of the 12 by 12 pad. Because I'm going to tell you now, this is no ordinary 12 by 12 pad. It is all foiled as well, right? So you've got the lovely designs. It's a very specific colour palette. There it is individually, right? But you've got that foiling. Now, I'm going to be really honest, guys. We have had to limit the number of pads we can do on our own because I don't want this to sell out the big bundle. We sold hundreds of these just overnight when you saw the preview last night with Lily, right? So if you really want this, I'm just going to tell you now, the 12 by 12 pad, if you want an extra couple, they might only be available in the first half of the show. Once we sell out of that pad individually, we've still got them. We're just restricting the sales of them so that it doesn't sell out the big bundle. That's the 12 by 12 pad, okay? We do have the smaller version 6 by 6 pad as well, which is an exact replica. They're just all sized down in a smaller way, right? So it's all the same designs that you've just seen. You can see half of them are foiled as well with all the details. 6 by 6 pad on the bottom of your screen as well if you want to go for more. Now, be remiss of me not to talk about this.
This is incredible.
Okay. So a lot of you have been buying extras of these, which we had not foreseen, which we had not expected. And so all I'm going to tell you now is it's now being disabled individually. So it's now only available. So when we say it's sold out individually, that's because we've only got this is a limiting factor on the collection now. So we've had to make everything available for the showstopper so that it didn't prevent us from selling showstoppers. Look at that. Not acetate, but it's plastic. It's thick plastic with the foiling on the plastic. It's incredible, right? So you get a 12 sheet pack of that. I'm sorry you can't buy more of them individually. Blame the people who've been buying loads more individually.
Blame everyone else.
Not our fault for getting it wrong. It's your guys' fault for ordering too much.
Absolutely right.
The colour palette on this is critical to the look, right? So we've actually had a lot of people buying extras of this one as well. So this is your linen card pack, okay? And again, if I bring this out, just as you normally get from us, 24 sheet card pack, but I want you to see the palette. It is all of those really deep colours, and then that palette is carried through the 12 by 12 pad. I have heard how many people have gone for extra cardstocks. That is, we've sold more extra cardstocks than what we've sold of the actual main bundle, which tells me either every single person's getting one, but a lot of people are getting more than one of these as an extra, right? So that's the cardstock. Now, I'm going to start with the dies. So you'll see me using these. There's not a small collection and a big collection with this, guys. You're either in for a penny or in for a pound, right?
Yep.
It is literally gung-ho, everything you need. It's not a massive collection. We didn't go overboard, but everything in it is very thoroughly thought through and is there for a reason, okay? So for example, this fabulous edgeable, which you will see me using on my first demonstration that I'm going to do down the side of the card there. This, Ben, brings in the same design that you're seeing in the acetate, the same design that you're seeing in the 12 by 12 pads, right? Now, your actual people, there's two different ones here, right? I love both of them equally. I wouldn't like to choose a favourite. There's a Charleston couple, and then you've also got your Flapper Girl there in the spinner. So they're both gorgeous designs. Showgirl and Charleston couple, they are called, right? And then this feather.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the cards are going to be, look at the size of that
big
feather.
feathers.
And the lovely big background piece. I just think it's a fabulous set. Those are all of the dies in the set. So you see, I wasn't kidding when I said we've kept it tight. We've only given you the bits you absolutely need, right? Now, emboss and folder wise, two of them. One of them is a cut and emboss folder, which you'll see me using for frames. You saw how we've used it to create a frame piece on here. You've seen how we've used it in the background piece on the shaker card. You'll see it coming into all of the cards here, guys, right? So that is the frame. Then you've got the 3D embossing folder. Now that 3D embossing folder, look at the background on here. I'll just put that. Yes. That's with the gilding on. Coming to the gilding flakes. They're in the kit, guys. They are in the kit, right? So you've got the 3D embossing folder with that on. There is the kit of the gilding flakes, by the way. It is the premium luxury gilding flakes that we do, not just the regulars. You get the set that has the glue in there and the little sponge. You also get that set of the shakers, because I'm going to be doing shaker cards on here as well.
Nice.
We have got, can you see, the ribbons? So you've got some of the ribbons. I always do them in the colours to match the card, just so that your cards can look really professional. And then stamps-wise, we've got one set of like saying stamps. Dance till the stars come down from the rafters. You know, it really is just the sayings that really finish it off with that kind of feeling. And then there are 3 stamp sets, which are your stamping and colouring, your Flapper Girls, your couple, whatever it is, right? So you've got little sentiments on there as well, but they are wonderful, all being hand illustrated by our team.
Gorgeous.
All to do your colouring with as well. All of that, Ben. Now that is, do you know, I'm going to pop the details up of the thing I'm going to tell you not to buy. So what you're going to do is the details of the full collection, right? I've told Johnny, our producer, not to leave this on the screen because I actually don't want anybody to buy this because it's exactly the same price to save £27 or $34, right? However, if you go for the showstopper, switched it back over there, now you look, it's exactly the same price, but you get all of this and gift bag of goodies for free.
Yeah.
So £39, $48 worth, and you are getting more stamp and die sets. You're getting more from the other Sara Signature collections. You're getting 4 bonus free gifts in there.
Brilliant.
You don't get the bag, but you get the 4 bonus free gifts which come included. They are free for the showstopper. We're trying to do these showstoppers as like a must buy, and we generally only build enough stock so that it lasts us kind of. It's like the day of, maybe it's only a couple of days, because the complete collection we're expecting us to last a couple of weeks, couple of months, to be honest. However, the problem isn't the bag. The problem's that acetate. And when that acetate sells, it sells out our complete collection. And whilst we'll then be able to come back with another collection, it won't be complete because you won't have everything. And then you'll see the samples and go, oh, where's that bit? And you gradually bits fall out of the collection, right? If you buy it right now while you're watching, not only will you get the complete collection with the big saving on, you'll also get that free almost £40 gift bag of stuff thrown in there as well.
And how amazing in that bag as well, you've got that set from the Garden Party collection, which gives you all of your numbers and your ordinals and all of those invites. So a lot of people were talking about Roaring Twenties parties and celebrations where you want to use that theme. So you've got that stamp set within that to be able to make those invitations with the collection. So it's incredible. 65% of the stock has gone now. We are 15 minutes into the official launch. You need to be thinking about what you're jumping in for. Let us know what you bought. Let us know if you're already sat back all all smug-like with your showstopper already bought. Let us know if you haven't yet bought it, or maybe even if you're coming back in on this show and you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to add some more of those paper pads into my basket. I'm going to get more of that beautiful cardstock. Don't forget as well that if you can't quite stretch to the full collection today and you want to pick and mix, you can do. Of course, as we mentioned, you won't be able to get the acetate. However, everything else you'll be able to go for individually. Pick and mix, make your own mini bundle. If you get up to a £50, $50 mark, we'll give you an extra 10% off that smaller bundle that you've created at checkout. So always worth picking and mixing. And if you're going for the showstopper, as we said, add in those extras, add in those paper pads. I want to know, Kate McQueen, who's embarrassed by how many paper pads she's actually bought, how many you have bought, Kate. You can't make a statement like that and then not tell us how many you bought. Let us know how many you've bought, how many extras have you bought. Have you gone for more of that cardstock? Have you bought extras of the 6x6? Let's say hi to Lynn, who's in from the Isle of Wight, the hashtag #GoLiveGranny. Lakieta is in from Kentucky. Gareth Dobbs says a merry afternoon to all from the Isle of Wight. Did you get it, Gareth? You said earlier on that you weren't going to buy today, and you say that every day. Have you bought, or did you get your partner, did you say, to buy it for you? Let me know, I need to know. It's crucial information. Rhonda's in saying, hello, Ben, Sarah and crew, all my crafty friends from all over the world, from a very windy Chicago. I love this collection. Zoe's in from West Sussex. Thea is in saying, hoi, hoi, oi, oi, pepaloi. Hi to Lillian, who says, hello, Ben. Hello, Sarah. Looking forward to the 8 demos. It might not be 8 today.
I didn't say I'd get them all done. I said I have that many. There's no way I can do that many. I already broke the record
Yes,
this week, guys. Just
you did.
Putting it out there. I hold the record now. I'm in no rush to break it.
No.
I'd rather do a really good job. I can't do all of them. I need to know which ones you want me to focus on.
Yeah, let us know. Obviously, Sarah's got a starting demo, but then from there, let us know where you want to go. Gareth is still sitting on his hands. I'm sure you're going to buy this before the end of the show. B. Mumby says, I bought everything that was on QVC last week, but ordered the showstopper last night. I don't mind some duplicates because it is a fabulous collection. Carolyn's in from Florida, and Shadiah is in saying, good morning, my Lord Ben, and my friend, the lovely Sarah Speedy Gonzalez. Karen's in saying, so glad that I ordered earlier, just going to sit back and watch. And wowzer, says Linny Jones, I can just see Anton de Beek dancing out of those cards. Yes. It is gorgeous.
Me too,
yes.
Me too. And those of you who are watching in the US, Anton de Beek is one of the judges on Strictly Come Dancing. So you're Dancing with the Stars. So he was one of the judges when I was on last time.
Yeah, and he was one of the original dancers on Strictly. He's just one of the best. He's like a song and dance guy, isn't he? He's absolutely brilliant. And this would be right up his street, I'm sure. Actually, isn't Anton a platinum member, I think? He's probably already bought it. He probably has. Keep the comments coming through. But listen, whatever you do, don't wait around. We will give you a chance to check out fairly early. Right? We're going to show you a demo, then we're going to give you a chance to check out because we are really concerned about how quickly this is going. We are approaching 2/3 of the stock, 60%, literally the start of the show, approaching 2/3 now. But let's get into it. Where are you going to start, Sarah? What are you going to show us?
I'm going to make a premonition.
Yep.
I've got Johnny in my ear counting down. You know it gets about when he counts down how many you left, not counts up. When that showstopper's gone, guys, it's going to sell out the showstopper and the complete collection because it's that acetate. We're already talking to the team about putting a backup in place for later. I'm telling you that backup will not get the bag of freebie goodies. So if you want the bag of freebie goodies, you've got to get it on the complete collection. Otherwise, it totally undermines our showstopper thing. If we sell out the showstopper and then give you the bag of freebie goodies with the smaller collection that's not a complete collection later. I'm hearing, listen.
It's manic busy.
I'm not going to be offended if you pause me, check out and come back and catch up on the demos.
Yeah.
I'm going to save that amazing one for the end, right? I'm not going to be offended if you have to miss this bit of the demo and come back and catch me up. I will be deeply offended if you miss out on the thing and then blame me for it and say, I was watching the demos, I didn't get a chance to check out. Because you all talk just like that, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
A little bit aggressive there. Yeah. Right, on to the first demo, Ben.
Let's do it.
Now, who picked up the template library earlier this week or
Everybody.
who's already got it? Right? I know that's sold out now. I'm very sorry, guys. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that. But can I just say, that launched on Monday. We're here on Wednesday and it sold out yesterday. Mm-hmm. This could be launching out now. This time tomorrow, it could be completely sold out. It literally is. It has just been that busy this week. So if you know you want it, just get it, okay? Well, what I was going to say was we now have this opportunity to do all these extra fancy cards because we've got all the 30 from the template library.
Ah, yes.
So I'm not going to teach you how to do a stepper card. I'm going to tell you I've made the stepper card from the base of the template library.
There you go.
Right? So I've done it with my left-hand stepper. It's just exactly the same in your template library. You've got the right-hand stepper. Watch this, it's just basically inside out. So there's my right-hand stepper, Ben, and then all I do is turn the whole thing inside out, And now I've got a left-hand stepper. Right?
Marvellous.
So if you've ever wondered how well, my template's only for a left, we just switch it over if you want it, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to use that edgeable because it just brings the whole theme together, right? So watch what you do. You put the edgeable down the side, and because it's that lovely 3-inch, it's designed to work on the 6-inch base, you'll see it's going to go right off the top and bottom.
Yeah.
So I've got my stepper ready. I'm going to hold that in place, Ben, open it up, and I'm just going to send this right through the Gemini. I've got my big Gemini, but I've got the Gemini junior plate, so I'm going to send this through, and we're going to die cut that down the side.
All right. Good afternoon, Amy, who's with us. As I feel this collection will look amazing with the arrow fold card from the template library.
Yes,
perfect.
it would.
Very
I
Art
love
Deco.
your thinking.
Love that idea. Can't get enough of this collection, says Yolanda. Janet's in, getting excited. And Crafty Angie has definitely made the box and the theatre card, which is also, the theatre card is in the template library as well. Sarah, of course, building up to that big kind
I'm
of
going to do the theatre
finishing
card, and I'm going to
piece
show you
at the
how
end.
to do that jumpy bit on the inside.
The jumpy
Stay
bit, yes.
tuned. I'll be at the end of the show, right? Look at this. How much better does this look? Now, that, you can't really see it there, though, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to get a lovely piece, where have I put mine, is you're going to get a piece of cardstock, and I've just done a bit of matting and layering to go down the back. You could do a whole square piece, or you could, if you wanted, just do the edge panel, and then you don't use as much of your card and paper.
Nice
if you
idea.
want, right? So I'm just putting that down the edge. Still looks just as professional. And then you've also got a space to do your writing in there as well, right?
Brilliant.
Now, I think it looks all right in the black. However, look, I've done another one where I've just taken that blue, I've done another die cut piece again, and I've got a second version of it. And watch what's going to happen. I'm going to shadow it just along the edge, and it'll really make it pop on the edge, right? So, now, if you're doing this, use your dotty tape pen, guys, right? Because if you use your dotty tape pen all over the back of here, you'll only get glue where you want it, right? So plenty of dots on there. Then I'm going to go straight down with a couple of bits of the straight tape pen, right? And then when I add this on, I can make sure that I'm just slightly off-centering it as I'm going. There it is. I thought I didn't have it quite in the right place. I'm just going to slightly off-center it so that you get that lovely little bit of a shadow coming through. And then you're going to just need to do this. So where it's a little bit longer at the edge, I'm just going to trim off that little edge there and then stick that whole thing down. And that should, there we go, give me that lovely kind of edge panel. Do you know what else looks brilliant with this? If you put a bit of Gildan wax on.
Oh, we've got Gildan wax on the show as well.
Fabulous with a bit of Gildan wax on there, right? Now, look what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do a little bit of matting and layering all over the back panel.
Okay.
Can you see I've gutted the middle of that card, Ben?
Yeah.
Just to save myself an extra little bit,
You're going to have to, aren't you? So gorgeous.
So I'm doing that. I'm going to pop it, wrong tape pen.
More 12x12s available individually. You've got to get those because they are flying out the door. 6x6 you can get individually. You can stock up on that linen card stock available individually as well. That's going to disappear. The gilding wax I just mentioned, I did say it's on the show. It's not. It's on Beautiful Beginnings later on. But if you hit the shop the day button, you'll see all of the gilding wax. It's all back in stock. All 4 golds and the silver with a 25% discount. Cheryl Cage is saying I've ordered 2 of each of the card and paper. From A10, ordered the collection from Crafter's Companion last night with extra card paper and acetate. This collection is my favourite ever.
Wow.
Do you know what though? Sorry, you touched on it and said like we've never done anything like this before. And for me, this is another one of those standout collections. And in my mind, similar to like the Masquerade Ball, for example, because that one, I don't think we've ever done quite like a collection like that before. And this is the same, isn't it? Very different to what we've done.
It's always a risk when you go different that because you think, you know, it's not as, is it as mass appeal, right? However, for a lot of our customers, you're just craving the different.
Yes.
And I think it's when we execute different exceptionally well like this, when we just get it on the right kind of tone and the right feeling, it's perfect. And it's like me, I've seen this kind of style for a long time, but I haven't ever seen it executed that well, which has put me off this sort of design. Whereas I shouldn't have done, because actually I should have had more confidence in my team and known that my team could execute it outstandingly.
To perfection.
And that's what we've done. The team have done a phenomenal... I can't take credit for that. I just have the vision. I have the vision. The team actually bring it all together and just make sure it's perfect, right? Now, this here is that was the, what do you call it, Ben? The cut and emboss folder, right? And I'm just going to trim up to the edges of the cut and emboss folder because I'm going to make it into a shaker card.
Nice,
right?
with all of those beautiful
I'm all about the shakers on this one. I really am. It's beautiful. So, and do you know, it's nice and easy because there's straight lines on this one. So it's just, but notice I didn't, instead of trying to cut the cardstock first, I cut the cardstock afterwards, right? So, there's that there. Have I got my foam on a roll? I've only got a tiny little bit left.
Oh.
No, she's brought me a new one.
Buy 6, get 2 free on the foam on a roll, by the way, on the show.
Buy 6, get 2 free. Do you know you do need plenty?
Foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll.
Hey!
Yeah, bottom of the screen, it's coming up for you if you need more foam on a roll. Buy 6, get 2.
Did you know, by the way, that all of our acetate always has that backing piece on?
Oh, right, yes.
So, just a really good thing to know, guys. If you're ever a little bit like, well, it looks a little bit cloudy, it's not very clear, I expected better quality from Crafters Companion.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Because we do the best quality acetate. Such good quality, we always give it a backing sheet so that it doesn't get damaged in transit or when you're prepping it, right? Now, what is this? I'm going to go around the outside. I'm actually going to go around the oval. Right, so that we don't get shakers. There's a good little tip, this, guys, right? If you go around the oval, you don't get shakers collecting at the bottom. Yeah. The shakers are going to collect up against the oval. Nice. There you go. So, and always take your foam right up to the edge so that it pops in there directly. All right. So here we go. There's that. Give your backing a bit of a peel off here. Oh, I tell you what. I'm trying not to ruin my nails.
Are they new nails?
No, they're not new. They probably could do with being new, so don't look too close at the grow out, right? So here we go.
Back up.
Right, I'm going to go in with the shakers, right? So you get a whole massive bag of shakers. Yeah. So I'm going to pop loads in the middle there.
Ooh, wow.
There we go, right? I'm going to pinch a couple out so that I can use them as little embellishment pieces as well on the side of the card. And I'm going to take this and go in the front there. So there is my shaker ready to go.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is what I mean, you see. Look, they don't all collect at the bottom, they're collecting where you would see them.
Where you want it.
Now, my favourite die from this whole set, and I think it must be the Strictly thing, right? This one here.
Oh, yeah.
This is what, like I say, it makes me think of Anton, right? Now, look at this. What I've done is I've cut it out once into some gold mirror card. So you've got that fabulous gold mirror card, and when it comes out, it's going to look like this.
Oh,
right?
Beautiful.
And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick that, first of all, on here. So I'm going to take all of this and then pop it onto the front, and then I'm going to do the same with another one in black next to Ben.
I'm bad news bear today because I'm calling all the stock updates. 2/3...
the showstopper already?
The showstopper has gone.
I thought if we were at 60%, we'd be all right to get through this first
go,
show.
Sarah.
I really did.
No, 2/3 and more people still shopping. And by the way, we'll have a break after this demo, and you can guarantee when we come back from that, loads of you will have checked out, because that's 2/3 of what we know. We don't know, how many of you are going to check out in the break that we're going to do. So more stock is going to disappear. You have got to be quick. So I was thinking as well, Sarah, when you're talking about Strictly, I think a lot of people love the Art Deco period and the 20s, but I think also shows like Dancing with the Stars and Strictly have brought back all of the dances like the Charleston. I think a lot of people now can kind of relate to this sort of kit as well.
I know exactly what you mean. I never got a chance to do a Charleston. No. They booted me out before my Charleston week. Devastated. But I would love to. I love the Charleston. What a fabulous fun dance it is. A little party, never hurt nobody.
I love that.
Right?
That's my favourite sentiment.
And then remember, you've got all of these lovely little, so things like the champagne flutes, and I've just got them. I haven't got time to do all the colouring in, guys. You know how to do stamp and colouring. You want to see me do the different cards. Yeah. How fabulous does that look, though? And actually, I do want to just put, I will come down and finish it off. I want to add some little sequins in the middle of them. Yeah. Yes, I'm going to do that. Where's me fine tip glue? Right. Oh, my tacky glue. Running out a little bit. I'll get this finished. I'll try and get these finished. Do you want me just to show you the one that I've finished?
You can do. I can read a few comments.
Here we go. Look at this.
Oh, there you go.
All I've done with that one is added these little bits down the side. Doesn't it look great? Yeah. But I just think I've probably used there, I mean, this is where the dies are critical. There's only 4 dies in the set, guys. I've used 2 of them in that one kit there. Trust me, you're going to use them all. That cut and emboss folder is fabulous for your shaker cards. That one you'll be using all the time. I've got so many demos to do. If you missed me showing you at the top of the show, guys, right, I'm going to show you them now because we might not get a chance a little bit later. I want you to see what's coming. I'm going to be showing you how we do in this box. with
Nice.
the lovely showgirl in there,
Yeah.
and the acetate sold out on its own individually.
Box.
I'm going to show you how you do a three-way card, and
Yeah.
we do a aperture into the middle. I think she's lovely to work from. I might do this one next. I think I'm going to get it. So it's a cheat. I'm going to show you how you do this type, and it's actually a little bit of a false cheaty type.
What's that, like a triple stepper?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it, with the diamonds in. I'm going to do a little box for you a little bit later on. How fabulous is that feather? That's one of them other dies. I'm going to be doing the theatre card a little bit later. Not just any theatre card, the theatre card with the couple
Stage dropper.
on the stage drop.
That is incredible.
That was it. That was how Liam did that one first, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, so I'm going to show you
So
how to do that. So stay tuned till the end of the show, and I will show you that. I've got loads to come, and even when we sell out of the showstopper, and that'll sell out the big collection, we'll still have all the individual pieces. I think the team is starting to work together, to work in the background on some sort of backup bundle, but it won't be a backup showstopper, it'll only be a backup complete collection. So if you want the biggest saving and you want the showstopper bonus, I know Ben's got the showstopper bonus there, if we're at 2/3 of the stock now, you need to be getting that checked out pretty snappy.
You absolutely do, and the more comments I see coming through of you guys shopping makes me think this is going to disappear potentially before the end of the show. Hey to Ulrika, who's joined us from Austria, and Janet. Hey to Janet, another Janet from Belfast. Kate says, put it like this, Ben, I'm probably the reason why you've stopped selling the acetate separately. Sorry/not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Kathy says, I've got the showstopper and the templates collection. Absolutely love this, says Linda Fitzsimmons, and I had a great fun playing with it. And Paul Hocknell says, I must say to Sarah, another brilliant collection. I've ordered extra pads and card and such brilliant demos. A lot of you just chatting about that foam on a roll as well. If you wanted to, yes, you could obviously colour it in with your black pens just to take away the white. Absolutely, people chatting about that. Evelyn says, hi again, I got the showstopper, more paper for my cousin's birthday party. Yes, thank you, gorgeous Sarah. Sue King, I bought the complete collection as I already have the showstopper extra products. And Janet says, I've got the template library and ordered this collection too. If one other thing which you might think about putting into your basket, well, don't think, just buy, because this came in and sold out in about, I don't know, a couple of days. It disappeared. We've got it back. This snuck under the radar a bit because it was one of you that told us that it was back the other day and we hadn't even realised. But your A3 cardstock, perfect, particularly again if you've picked up the template library over the course of the last couple of days. But this sells like hotcakes, definitely worth getting. And also, if you're wanting to get that free shipping in the US, that's pretty much, well, it is, it's going to get you over the threshold. $17.59 if you're shopping in the US and you're platinum. 30 sheets of your A3 white multi-purpose card. Yes, $17.59 or $11.99 is the platinum price on that. We are now at 3/4 of the stock, 2/3, what am I talking about? 2/3 of the stock gone. But it is fine. We'll be at 3/4 soon, don't you worry about it. So we're going to give you opportunity to check out your baskets right now. Get this in, go for the showstopper. Don't forget you're going to get those free products included within the showstopper, and add all of those extras in there as well. Really important to get more of those paper pads, more of the consumables, and that linen cardstock as well, which is absolutely flying out of the door. Let's give you opportunity. You will miss nothing here over the next 3 minutes. So get to the checkouts, and when we come back, more amazing demos with Sarah. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the product.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
It is busy, busy, busy. Well done to Rhonda, who's just said I bought more of those gorgeous papers. Linda's joined us from Dudley. Mary Pat's in from Montana. Michelle Laura Smith says, I'm loving this collection. I'm seeing, this is the other thing, I was thinking exactly the same thought. I'm seeing mail cards with this, with gangsters and cars and 20s film era too. Brilliant, says Michelle. It does encapsulate so much, as I said a little bit earlier on. Like, you know, that 20s era was so cool, wasn't it? You know, with the movies, with the singing, with the dancing, and like you said, for mail cards as well. I think particularly like the Art Deco period and the Art Deco design that you've got here is very, very male skewed as well. It's you know, male and female, absolutely right. The paper pad, the 12 by 12 paper pad, we're going to flash up the details for this on its own. £13.59 or $15.96 if you're shopping in the US. Lots of you are going for that individually. I mean, it is just gorgeous, beautifully foiled as well. It reminds me of that movie. Remember that movie, The Rocket Man? That was, remember that? Timothy Dalton, that was set in the 1920s, 30s. And as I said earlier on, I know Craig was sort of reminiscing about his trip to the States, wasn't he, when we were talking about this earlier on in the Empire State Building. For me, if you ever get a chance, so let me know if you've been there. There is an amazing hotel, I'm not on commission, honest, down in South Devon near Kingsbridge called the Burr Island Hotel. And it is an Art Deco hotel, and all of the inside just beautifully decorated in the Art Deco style, and a lot of the designs here you're going to be getting are like the wallpapers that you get there. It was actually one of the main settings where they filmed Poirot here in the UK. But yeah, an absolutely beautiful, beautiful collection, and front and back once again, our guys have absolutely smashed this out of the park. But you'll see this time here how that gold foiling really does come to the fore. And like we were talking about earlier on, this is one of those collections where you want to really bling it up. You want to give that sort of razzmatazz to it and that pizzazz. You want to be adding the sequins, you want to be adding your sparkle like Craig did a little bit earlier on. You know, you want to be taking your gilding waxes to these two. That's what it is all about, that era, all about adding the bling and like really, really going to town. That is the 12 by 12 paper pad, 24 double-sided sheets, proving as popular, if not more popular today. You've also got individually your linen cardstock, so if you want to add that into your basket as an extra, I would do. It's got that beautiful linen effect to it, and then the 4 colours that you're going to get, no surprise to show you that those all match up perfectly with the designs and the colours that you're going to be getting in your paper pads. So if you want to go for the linen cardstock, A4 24 double-sided sheets, $11.99 or $15.96. Again, I'll just pick one at random. You can see those colours all match up absolutely beautifully. So you don't have to do anything, and you can get this home and just play, just have fun, just get creating with this. Those two, if you go for the showstopper, absolutely worth adding into your basket if you can, so that you can extend the life of it, because you know what will happen. You'll come back and try and get more and it won't be here. So get it now whilst we've got it. Take that chance and get it in your basket now. £11.99 individually if you're going for the A4 cardstock, or $15.96 if you're shopping in the US and you're adding that in as an extra. So much love for this coming through. I can't even tell you. We are now at 70% of the showstopper. Please, whatever you do, I did see a comment, in fact I read it out a few moments ago, some people are actually just still buying the main collection on its own. There's no point. There's no point. Even if you're going, well, I've got everything else in that gift bag, so you've got it twice. So you gift them to a friend. There's absolutely no point in this current time going, oh, I'll just buy the collection on its own, I don't want the bag. It's the same price, so you may as well. In my opinion, if you're going for the collection on its own, you're missing a trick here, because it's the same price and you're getting that goodie bag for free. $86.93 is your platinum price, or $111.46 if you're shopping in the US. Don't forget, top that basket up if you can to get that free shipping. Plenty of ways to be able to do that on this show by adding in those added extras, maybe some of that A3 white multi-purpose cardstock, or some gilding wax you can get into your basket as well. A few quick messages from Peg. It says, hi friends, I've got the showstopper and extra paper pads. I think these cards will sell well at the farmers market this summer. They will, because everybody loves the 20s. Everybody loves the Art Deco period. Christine says, good morning from Altoona. While I broke down, I got the showstopper, an extra 12x12 paper pad. I love this theme. I already have a Roaring 20s stamp I bought locally. I have no willpower. We make it very difficult for you when we bring out extremely beautiful collections like this. And Kim on YouTube, loving the collection, and all she can sing at the minute is "And All That Jazz." She says it's such an earworm, I'll be singing it all afternoon. And all that jazz. Talking about jazz, let's go back to Sarah.
Love the sidestep there. And all that jazz. Back to Sarah. Right, I did say I wanted to do this card. This, for me, is a cheat. I think this is such an incredible looking card, but actually, it's a cheap one to make. So I'm going to show you how we're going to make it, okay? So set your recorder, I'll take a note of this, right? So I've got my cardstock in. Started from a sheet of A4 craft card, and it's cut down to 11 by 6, right? So 11 inches long, so obviously your A4 is just over 11, 6 inches wide. And what we're going to do, we're going to score it at 3 inches and then 6 inches. Okay, there's your big step on the back, 3 and 6. Then you're going to score it at 7.5. So then we step them down 1.5 inches, then 9, right? So that gives you your 1.5 inch step. Then we're going to score it at 10, which splits this last half into 2. So we've got a step at 1 inch, a step at 1.5 inches, and then you've got a step at 3 inches, right? So then all you're going to do, Ben, is all of these, you always fold and burnish across your crease line like this, right? So we've got this nice stepper card coming, we're folding and burnishing them all the same way. Once we've folded and burnished, then we'll go up and down, up and down, up and down, right? So that it's actually just a nice, simple stepper card like this, right? But watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some cardstock, and I've matted and laid some of the card. Now, if you go for the 12 by 12, guys, you're going to get the larger pattern. Go for the 6 by 6 and you'll get the smaller pattern. Whatever you do, get an extra one of the linen effect cardstocks, because you are going, no point getting extras of the 12 by 12 if you don't get extras of the linen effect.
Absolutely right.
Because you're going to want to mat and layer with the exact right colours. And we went with linen with this collection, not pearl, because it's just the right kind of feel. It just feels like the right medium to do it with, right? So look at that. So I've done a nice simple stepper, and I've just done some matting and layering on the stepper card. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to take a little bit. So this is just a bit of the cardstock, and we're going to mat and layer onto the background. So matting and layering onto the green, and then the green is matte and laid on the craft card. Beautiful. Now this first one, by the way, is 4.25 inches square. If you want the exact same size as I've done, I cut this outer card to 4.25 inches, and then obviously matted and laid below it. and look what I've done. I'm going on the base with that.
Ah, I see.
That's how you get the technique and look. It's just an extra piece laid over, right? So I'm just going to go across the base like this. You can either do it with foam pads or you can lift it up if you want, but I'm going to just go corner to corner, making sure I'm in that piece there, sticking that on. That is going to give me my outer piece. I'm going to do exactly the same with the next piece on the inside, but this time, look, I've got my craft card and a bit of green card, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of 3D embossing and put the gilding flakes over.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
Going
hello.
to town here, Sarah.
We are absolutely going to town, so watch this one. This one, I'll again sit right in the middle there, make sure you've got it all lined up, and it'll just sit in the centre. So that is going to form a lovely base for our gilded sections. I'm going to gild it before we go and put the base section on, right? So 3D embossing folder, guys. It's the same pattern that you're seeing all the way through it that's been gilded, right? So it's the same one that you'll have seen me working with when we did the edgeable. The edgeable was the same.
Yeah,
it's the same that you're seeing in all of the papers. And 3D embossing folder, guys, your sandwiches you're using your clear plate, then you're going to use your frosted and your magnetic. It's going to give you that lovely deep emboss, but then I'm actually going to use my gilding onto that, all right? So, yes, there's that lovely embossing. Now, where's my gilding flakes set? Here it is, right? What I'm going to do here, Ben, is I'm going to get a little bit of this glue out, and we're going to go with a thin layer of the glue.
All right.
And I'm going to brush the glue all over, and then we're going to apply the gilding flakes on.
Okay.
Right? So can you see a little bit of brush like this, and I'm just brushing all over. Now the glue will be blue when you put it on.
Okay.
Right? That is right, so that you can see it.
Handy.
I put enough on. And what you need to do is you need to wait till it dries, so till it's not blue anymore, right? And then once it's not blue anymore, it's good for you to apply the gilding flakes. So you can see there, you can see that it's wet and it's like ready for the glue to go on. Whereas once I get this on, look, I still haven't got enough, crikey, right?
Crikey.
Tiny, I can see down the bottom there.
Just in the bottom corner, isn't it?
Tiny little bit more down the bottom corner.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just going to be quite sparing with that and put it on. And notice I'm rubbing it in a lot just to help it dry as we're going. And it's not dry, even though you can't see it anymore.
I told them not to press that button. I said, don't press that whatever you do. And oh no. Apologies for the delay in transmission, but we're back. Bit of a power cut, bit of a technical gremlin here. But you know what? gave you guys time to check out your baskets. Lots of you stayed chatting as well. And like Rhonda says, Sarah, you know, if you want time for things to dry, there's no need to go pulling out wires and things like that. But we apologise. We are back. Everything should be sorted. Chantal was saying, can you imagine the chaos in the studio? I mean, the guys were running around. Sarah and I were just having a bit of a chit chat, having a cup of coffee. So it was quite nice, actually. And we've noticed as well that lots of you took that time to check out your baskets. So well done on that. We're going to go back to where we were in that demo with Sarah, and then we'll recap on everything for you. Just to say, though, whilst we did have that little break, 3/4 of the stock of the showstopper had now gone. So that's like another 9% of the stock's disappeared just during that last 10 minutes or so. So get your skates on. I'll recap on everything, but let's go back to where we were with Sarah. I think when we left you, were you applying some gilding flakes, I think, to the card?
Well, yeah, so I'm not quite sure when you cut out, because I saw the screen go black and I thought, oh, maybe it's just the power's gone on the screen, so I kept talking.
Yeah.
So I applied all my gilding flakes and then I rubbed them off. So basically, this is the effect that I got, guys.
Whoa.
So you saw me applying the glue. This is the effect that you get when you put gilding flakes on there, okay? So that is your gilding flakes. I know we don't have the details on the screen of the kit, guys. I promise we'll deal with that soon as I finish my demo, but I've said I wanted to get the demo sorted first, okay? So that is going to come now and stick onto the back of this one here, all right? So I'm going to pop that on there. Now, I opted to do this on the wonk, Ben.
Yeah.
I could have tilted it in my embossing folder, but I didn't because this one was cut like that. So just so you know why I did that, right? Now, the other die that I'm going to use in this demonstration that I absolutely love is the fancy feather, right?
Oh, yes.
So this is the feather one, okay? And what you're going to do is I want you to cut some of it in the craft card and some of it in the... Now, the linen card, honestly, it's such a good finish. Now, just to save a bit of time, because I'm going to have to make a bit of time up now. I'm going to get through all these demos.
Yeah, Speedy Gonzales.
Here's the two that I've cut in the green, right? And then here's two that I've cut in the craft card. But watch what I'm going to do, right? Because we're going next level. Gild and wax. All about the gild and wax, this one,
yeah,
right?
It is.
So you're going to take off the excess gild and wax, and I'm just going to gild and wax up around the edges.
Okay.
And I just think it gives us this absolutely incredible finish, right? So same here, and just adding a little bit round the edges, give it that lovely feel to it. And that there is just going to give me a little bit of extra depth and dimension, right? So then if I'm thinking about this last piece, what I'm going to do is, I've got my card here. I'm going to add the last piece onto the bottom. Did I have another little piece of craft card to go on the bottom, or have I lost it? Do you know, it's because I was crafting away, Ben. I don't know where I put all my gear. Well, do you know what? I did think I had a little piece of craft card. Maybe I didn't, right? So I'm going to go just onto the bottom piece with this.
Yeah.
Right? So just make sure you've got plenty of stick to stick that down in place effectively, right?
Perfect.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of my feathers down. So I'm actually going to use, I think, a bit of the 3D glue gel, because I want them to really stick up and kind of bunch from here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put a nice big globule of 3D glue gel. Love that word.
Globule.
Globule of 3D glue gel. I might add a little bit onto the back of there as well, so that I can pop a piece coming up here. I'm going to do the same there, a little globule on the back piece here and a piece coming in here. Do you know, I don't feel like I've used any 3D glue gel for ages. And it's just such a brilliant product to use, right? Same here, so a little globule here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with a little piece and I'm going to off-centre that feather there. And I'm going to do exactly the same here so that we've got like a nice little flurry of feathers for me to create that lovely background from.
Perfect.
And then, just because I am making up a little bit of time now, guys, I did stamp out, but she's already stamped and coloured, right? So I'm going to pop that on there. I'm going to give her a little bit here. And that is going to sit in the middle. Now, look at how amazing she looks. It's on the 3D glue gel. I can just manoeuvre these out the way. Look how amazing that looks with them feathers coming out the back.
Fantastic.
And then actually, I've got here, because I think the saying to everything, chin chin.
Chin chin.
So I'm going to add that on the bottom there.
Chin chin.
Chin chin. And then just look at that. How incredible does that card look? Just with those, and I think those feathers just coming out really looks fabulous, okay? So I know we had a bit of an interruption there, guys, but I hope it was worth waiting to see the end of that demo.
Absolutely, it was. Stunning, says Mary Pat 1000. Joy says, wow, Sarah. Love the feathers, says Eleanor Schwing Jones. Sil says, oh no, Sarah on fast forward. Hold on to your hats. It's going to be fast and furious to get all those demos in. Alison Leader saying, Sarah, you are so fast. Your fingers are a blur. We are working on getting back the details for you, but just if you're shopping with us right now, hit the website. It's the showstopper that you want to go for. But it's about £86 platinum, $111 if you're shopping in the US and you're platinum. Don't go for the bundle on its own because the showstopper is the same price, yet you're going to get that goodie bag with the other Sarah signature goodies within it, and you're not paying any extra for it. And I don't understand the argument of, well, I've already got all those items. Get them again for free. It just does not pay just to buy the collection on its own. This is what you're going to get in the collection. I'll rattle through this a little bit quicker than I was intending to because we want to squeeze in as many demos as we can. But this is
I'm just going to I'm just positioning my cards beautifully along the back in case you wanted to look at how nice they were.
She's trying to get a star.
I better get a star this week.
You've already got a corker up there from Monday, haven't you? The template library.
Oh, I did a corker on Monday.
You're absolutely firing on all cylinders. But this is that beautiful 12 by 12 paper pad. Just captured the whole decade, I think, in these beautiful 24 sheets. Wonderfully gold foiled, double-sided for you once again. It is beautiful. People multi-ordering the paper pads on their own just so that they've got enough to maybe one to keep, one to craft with, and then, you know, just getting more than they need because once these are gone, they are gone. So you're getting the 12 by 12 paper pad. You're getting it once again in 6 by 6. So as you can see, it's a totally miniature collection. It's not like we've just cut into one corner of this and stuck it into a pad. It's a totally miniature collection of your 12 by 12. And then you get the beautiful linen cardstock included as well. The colours there are absolutely stunning. If I stand that side by side, you can see that the colours there all pick out the beautiful patterns that you've got within the two paper pads. That again is worthwhile. If you're going to add other elements into your showstopper collection, buy these two together individually because those are the ones that you're going to be using the most. Also, you've got your, well, it's 380 micron. It's like Sarah was saying, this is more like plastic than acetate, but it's so super thick. Gorgeous, gorgeous gold foiling on there as well. 12 sheets, 4 of each in these 3 beautiful designs. The only way that you can get the acetate is by going for the showstopper bundle. So for goodness sake, make sure you get that checked out. 75% of the stock has gone. You're going to get a lovely selection of organza ribbon included in here too. You'll also get, if I just pinch it from here, that the gilding flake set that Sarah was working with just a few moments ago. Everything in there, including the glue and your applicator. And as far as consumables are concerned, you will get those gorgeous sequins too. But let's get onto your hardware that you're going to get in this collection. Beautiful stamps are included. All that jazz. If you're looking for these individually, that's what that one is called. If you go individually and build up your own smaller bundles, spend over 50, you'll get an extra 10% off. This one is the beautiful razor glass. That's the one if you want to get the chin chin. It's got that sentiment in it. And then Together Forever. This is the one that Craig was crafting with earlier on this morning. Then you've got your beautiful Floral Deco 3D embossing folder. How stunning is that? Again, just adding a bit of colour to that. Gilding wax, I think, is going to be a big thing with this collection as well. So certainly add that into your basket too if you haven't got your gilding waxes. The Art Deco frame, again, beautiful to give you that embossed outer detail. And then that frame to be able to create shakers with, dome front cards, whatever you fancy, really. Fancy Feather is next. You've just seen Sarah multi-cut that one and use that on her project. So much crossover with that one, with the Masquerade Ball collection and the Peacock collection too. Then you've got the beautiful Showgirl. I mean, how stunning is she? That flapper just dancing away there. One of the most beautiful dies I think that we've done. That one on a par with your Charleston couple here, which I know you guys are absolutely loving too. Then you've got your Edger Ball, that scallop shell, which I think is just going to add so much beauty and detail to all of your cards, all of your boxes, all of your projects. And that design, again, matches up within the set and within your acetate as well. And then you've got your Shine Like the Stars. All of these beautiful stamp sentiments, wonderfully done with those Art Deco frames and borders to them. My favourite on there, Little Party, Never Hurt Nobody. Dance Till the Stars Come Down from the Rafters. That's the full collection, right? Then, if you go for the Showstopper, we're also going to give you, for free, this bag. Well, you don't get the bag, you get the contents of it. You're going to get this selection of stamps and dies from the Garden Party collection. It's the Happy Summertime. This is so super useful, especially for those of you that are talking about holding your own Roaring Twenties parties, because you are going to be getting all of the numbers, all of the ordinals, and then all of the little words like celebrate and invite, summer. Brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant for creating your own invites. We're also going to give you the Country Lane sign and vines. You're going to get the beautiful butterflies that come from the Country Lane collection too, and then that mystical unicorn in stamp and die form. All of that is yours for free. It's worth £39 or $48. Get it in the showstopper for free today. Don't buy the other collection. That's what you need. There you go. That's what you need to click on, that showstopper deal. Get it in your basket. 3/4 of the stock has gone. We are down to serious business here with 45 minutes left on the show. Less than 25% of the stock remaining. And as we've said, if you're platinum in the US, it's around $111. Fill that basket up to get to the free shipping. Add in more of the paper pads, that linen cardstock. If you go for the 12x12 pad, get that linen cardstock in there as well. A3 multi-purpose is back in stock for you too. And then also think about adding more gilding waxes into your basket to get you over that threshold. So much love coming in for that last card, but let's get on to another, and we will read some more of your comments and fire some questions Sarah's way in just a few moments' time. But look at the beautiful cards she's made so far. Let us...
Ben,
you want me to bring them
in front of them so people can see them, you know.
All right, here we go. Let's just pop these here for you. I'll read a few comments as well, so just so that you can appreciate these. I love this one particularly with all of the beautiful sequins in. Let's read a few of your comments coming through. This, says Carol Bird, is out of this world. Absolutely fabulous. Linny Jones says, ooh. She doesn't say ooh, I don't know why I said that. Ooh. I do love the large paper pads, but I use the smaller pads far more, as you don't have the stress of choosing which bit to cut, which is true. Oh, hi, Sarah. And then also Lynn says, Crafters TV, bet it was a surge in buying that blew the electricals, or maybe it was just my electrical personality.
Is that what she said?
No, that was me adding that.
Oh, you just added that one.
Yeah.
It was Ben's electrical personality that's just driven all that. Oh, I'm absolutely loving that. We're still having issues, guys, with our system. If you haven't already realised, that's why we haven't got the details up on the screen for you. However, make sure, it's really important, okay, when you're checking this out, because we are literally down to the last 25%
less than now,
you might as well get the bonus bag of the extra 39 quids with the stuff. Might as well. So make sure when you're on the web, you're looking for the showstopper one, not just that's the one you're looking for. Showstopper deal. Looks a little bit random, the picture there, because you've got the bit intermixed in the middle. But that is essentially, you get all of the Roaring Twenties, and then you also get the extra bit thrown in, which is those 4 essentially free gifts from the other Sarah Signature Collections, is making a little goodie bag to go with you there. Okay, so look for the showstopper. Now, I'm going to crack on with the next demo while we're waiting for the systems to catch up with us, and I'm going to do that 3-fold card, right?
Oh, nice.
So what I've done is I've just started, and I've done myself a zigzag card, right? So do you want me to give you the exact size?
Oh, yes, please.
It is 15 inches by 7. And I've scored it 5 and 10. So it's basically a 5x7 card, but as a trifold. And what I want to do is in this front panel, I want to measure 1 inch all the way in from the inside for me to cut as an aperture. So watch how I do that, Ben, when I do it on my scoreboard, right? I'm going to take this and I'm going to start, so I'm going to score at me 1 inch. So I'm going just down here, and then that's a 5, so I'm coming into 4 inches. And I'm only scoring in the middle bit, if you notice, right? Turn it right around, scoring 1 inch down here, so I'm coming down there like that, and 1 inch down from here, so I'm going to come in from there, and that should give me roughly the perfect square. So if you ever want to use your scoring board for kind of measuring an aperture, I know it's a little bit hard to see all the white, but I think you can kind of see it there, and then that will give me the perfect aperture to cut all the way around. Now, I know I'm like Sarah Scissorhands, they always call us. You take your time, guys, and do it with a metal edge ruler so that you get a perfect aperture. But for me to be able to show you, I want you to see, because I'm just trying to go speedy on the show, right? And that gives me the perfect aperture, and it gives you a nice little score line, right? So what I want is I want that on the front, and then I want my flapper girl, my show girl, to go on the inside.
Okay.
So can you see, if I wanted to cut out, you use the two together.
Yeah.
If you wanted to cut in, just use the one. And I'm going to position her in the middle, and I'm going to hold that in place in the middle with a little bit of tape, all right? So now that'll open right up. That is going to go through my Gemini just like that, okay? So she's going in the middle there. I'm going to pop all my plates in and just give it that nice cut so that I get her coming right through on the middle panel this time, Ben.
Whilst you're cutting, Deborah just saying this has to be my favourite Sara signature collection. I love this era. It's so classy. It's actually quite nice without the details, says Sylv. You can see all the samples next to Sara. I mean, that is a good point.
That's a good point
You can
to
see
say.
more of Sara in the samples.
These are the cards I'm going to endeavour to get done by the end of the show. I will absolutely promise you that I will be fitting this one in. In fact, we might have to do that one next just to make sure that I get it done. Yeah, I'll make sure we do that one next, right? Don't want to run the risk of the power going again, Ben, and everybody missing it.
So I put a pound in this time, we'll be good.
Oh, we'll be fine. We'll be fine now. Right, so look at this. So I've now got an aperture on the front, and I've got that cut beautifully well in the middle, right? Now, all I'm going to do, I've got a few little bits of mats and layers, so I might use my all-purpose glue, so I've got a little bit of manoeuvrability time. So all I'm doing, Ben, is matting and layering. As long as everyone can see, you can chit-chat at the same time.
Well, I will chit-chat, and I'll read some of your comments out. Just sort of, well, one-word comments like wow, and then Dawn going with two, saying wow, wow. Absolutely worth the wait, says Anne, this particular collection. And a few people as well, Sara, just asking about the acetate, that we've got all the plastic, really, isn't it? 380 micron.
Really plastic,
Is it more difficult to score, says Stephanie, if you want to score it?
Absolutely not. Do you know what my top tip is, though? I want you to use your fine tip. So instead of using the scoring tools with the larger heads on, use the fine tip scoring tool instead.
Okay,
right?
good tip.
And that will give you a much better finish on that.
Mary Pat 1000 saying, my hubby loved his Valentine's card yesterday. Oh, yeah, let us know if you made and your cards were loved. I'm sure they were. He asked me how many hours it took. At least 15 hours, lol. It was one that Sara demoed from the Sent With Love box. Turned out lovely. Oh, yeah, always make out that it takes a lot longer than it actually does. You know, you make sure that you get the most praise for it. And Deborah just saying, yeah, this has got to be my favourite Sara signature collection. Such a classy era. Well, it's easy to say now, isn't it? As soon as I heard you were doing a 20s collection, Sara, I just thought this would absolutely fly.
Well, it has. That's been the problem.
Well, yeah, but...
do you know what? It's flown. So we had it on HSN and it's sold out. We had it on Hobby Maker and it's sold out. I had it on QVC UK, it's sold out. So this is the last of the stock we have anywhere, guys. Like I'm not being, but this is literally the last. We're like the last people to do a big show. Just the way with how the schedule worked out when I was available to come in and do the show and whatnot. So yes, if you want it, guys, you kind of got to get in. Oh, look at this. This is, I'm hoping, yes. I meant to put this on first.
Okay.
That's why I know there was a reason why I was using my collal, not any other type of glue. That's worked out well, Ben, hasn't it? Whew.
Bit discombobulated, I think, aren't you, after that power cut?
I am.
That's what
It's just, it has thrown us a bit, guys. I'm not going to lie. Right, here we go. So that is going to go in the middle, and I'm going to go straight over. I'm not shadowing it. I'm going straight over the base, and I've just caught a little bit of card there, so I'll just get that lifted out. Yes, there is that. Perfect.
Nice.
And then I'm going to cover all of that working with this piece that I just lifted off. Brilliant. That's what I was wanting to do.
Terry's just said, I know the template library's sold out, but please use it for that theatre card.
I will.
For those thousands that did get it, as says Terry, use that heat erasable pen with heat gun that Sandra suggested as well. Yes, another good tip that we all picked up yesterday.
Oh, brilliant. I never thought of that.
Yeah, for doing your templates. We weren't sure whether or not it would work, because Sandra suggested it, Terry tried it, so now everyone's had a massive rush on buying those heat erasable pens to use with the templates.
I wish I'd known that. That is a brilliant idea. Just iron over it.
Hey. Just heat gun it.
Oh, heat gun it?
Yeah, heat gun it. There you go. It's all done. All done for you.
Love that idea.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you guys have emailed me and told me that when I was on HSN? I could have told everybody that.
Oh, that's a good point. We could have, never mind.
Still, lovely. Good that we know now. Good that we've shared with everybody, isn't it?
Exactly right.
Right, I'm going to go with this. I've got a nice little bit on the corner. Now, I think the gold on the gold is too much, right? But look what I've done, right? If you cut it out again in the, well, in fact, I'll do one. Watch this, right? Because it's so quick and easy to do these cutouts. Let me get the...
Details on the screen. Yes, George.
The graphics are back.
We're back cooking with gas.
Yes, we're back. Does that mean we're back firing on all cylinders, guys?
Yes.
We hope so.
We hope so.
Right. Oh, well, before we are all... Now you've got the item number. Before you all rush out to check it out at your checkout, I'll finish my cards. Because watch this, right? I'm going to cut this out and I want to show you. I'm going to get my little snips out.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not, because they're not there. I'm going to get my medium-sized snips. It would work even better with little snips. And I'm going to show you what I would do for this, right? So, if you take this one here and you just want the actual girl itself, right? You can just use your little snips to snip her out.
Oh, yes.
Right, so I'm going to do this all the way around so she's there. I'm going to take her hair piece out like that. And then her arms. And then that will give me the perfect piece to just mat and layer onto the background. If you want that to stand out nicely. All right? So there's one foot. And then the other foot. I think that's her. Yes, there she is.
Oh, perfect.
So now what you can do is, and it's dead quick and easy. It's all these little tips and tricks that you just want to pick up as we're going along. It's why the shows are so important, isn't it? Because you know, even if you've bought this on HSN or, you know, Hobby Maker when you're watching the show, now you can come and watch, because you know we're always going to do this show.
Absolutely.
And give you all those little tips and tricks as it was. So you're always going to have that support and the education that goes with it. Now that
looks amazing.
is what I'm talking about. That is what it needed. But again, it's that see-through right to the middle card.
Yeah.
How fabulous does that look? And then actually, if you want to add a little scene, you've got all those little scenes as well that you can add. So I've got here, thanks for being there. That's going to go onto the front. And there's my lovely flapper girl on like a three-way. I love the cards when you look through.
Yeah.
And I just think they're the sort of ones that when you give somebody one of these, they're going to keep picking it up off the mantelpiece to have a look at how you've done it.
Absolutely right. And it's the one that's going to be standing proud in the centre of your mantelpiece. What we call a mantelpiece pleaser is what you're going to be creating with this collection. Thank you for the tips on the acetate, says Stephanie. That is what we are here for. Stephanie Theodore says, thank you. Dawn says, not me. I think the gold on gold is gorgeous. Well, again, you've got the choice to do whatever you want with these sets. And Carrie's saying, can we show the paper pads again? We will see all of the collection before we disappear. Do not worry. Michelle Parsons says, 1 Roaring Twenties collection. Check. 2 extra pads. Check. Yes, checked out. Yes, Michelle Parsons, get in there. And Peg, I love your attitude here. You say, I didn't get squat from my husband for Valentine's Day. He's in the doghouse, lol. But I bought the showstopper. That'll teach him.
Oh, I was going to say, you just tell them that's what you want. You didn't get us anything, you get us this.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, just tell them to give you the money for this now you bought it, which is marvellous. Say, look, if you didn't buy me anything, this is what you need to do. Did you use this card? Regina Boyd says this collection is fabulous. I love the Great Gatsby theme. Right, let's line that one up there so you can see all of Sara's cards. Quick little look as well at the shimmer ink pads, which came back in stock yesterday. These are, again, absolutely brilliant, gorgeous colours, adding real vibrancy and that wonderful pearlescent, highly pigmented finish that you're going to achieve on all of your cards in these 10 wonderful different colours. It's the first time we've had all 10 of these back in stock since we lost them over the birthday collection. So if you missed...
Thank you as well, because the team have expedited these for you guys.
Yeah.
So we've had to fly these in to get them in now. They weren't due to be here. If they were coming on the slow boat, you wouldn't have got them till April.
Wow.
So we've flown these in to get you them earlier than we would be expecting. And by the sounds of it, they're going to sell out. And actually, if the next shipment wasn't due till April, when these go, I mean, you're probably talking October again.
Wow. So flown in and flying out, isn't it, really? Because they are absolutely disappearing again, because there were so many, I think, of you that missed out on the full collection when we launched them. And also, you can buy these individually. So if you've maybe picked up some of the smaller bundles that we managed to keep in stock, then pick and choose the ones that you haven't got and get your collection filled up. 43.13, 57.53, and just beautifully designed, as we've already chatted about. We're into too much detail here because we've got so much to squeeze in, but you've got that sort of teardrop effect there. So brilliant if you're taking these straight to your card stock to get those bigger, bolder sort of sweeps of colour. And from more intricate details, you've got that finer point too. But all the colours that I've just shown you here are available in that bundle. The original 10, £43.13 or $57.53. Flying on at a bit of a pace here, catching up, really chasing our tails just a little bit, but we are busy, very, very busy. So you do need to be getting your baskets checked out. And listen, you'll want to make sure your basket is checked out, because you're going to be concentrating in about 3 or 4 minutes time, because it is time for the big crescendo. That amazing card, the theatre card with the stage drop, is coming up in just a few moments time. So head to the checkouts. It is the showstopper bundle that you need to check out, not the collection on its own. The showstopper bundle has all of those freebies within it, and we are heading towards 80% of the stock gone. So head to the checkouts. If you're in the US, make sure you get up to that free shipping as well by adding more of the consumables in, and we'll come back in around about 3 or 4 minutes time with that amazing demo that you've all been waiting for.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
Everyone backstage is amazing. You probably know this because we talk about them all the time, but I have to give a big shout out to Jake. From the minute he walks in the door, he has got the hugest smile, but he's just brilliant. He's always there, he's always on the ball, asking what, and they all are, but Jake is just, he's a cheeky little chappy, I think is why I like him.
Constantly asking if we've got everything we need, fetching it for us if we need them. Everyone laughs at me because my main thing when Jake's in is, Jake!
He gets me whatever I want, so if I need anything from the library, he goes, gets me it, we rummage through the boxes together, we make sure that I've got everything I need. And he always does it with a smile.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Busy, busy, busy. Lots of people checking out. We're heading towards 80% of that showstopper now. So many comments coming through. Really appreciate all of these comments. Loads of you loving that last card. Gorgeous, says Terry. A must try, says Olga. A work of art, Sarah, says Yolanda. And Shadiah says that is card of the show. Now, Shadiah, I reckon you might have gone a bit early there because whilst the 3 makes that Sarah has already presented to you are brilliant, they are, you know, well, potentially card of the week. I think this next one is the one that is going to knock your socks off. It is what it's a theatre card, isn't it? So you're going to be able to recreate the kind of style of the card if you bought the template library, because that was one of the cards within it. However, it's a theatre card with a dropping stage.
It is a theatre card with a dropping stage. If you don't know what that is, guys, this is what I'm about to make and show you, right? Look at that. It's like the couple are dancing on the stage. I just think what a fabulous card. Our Liam first made this one and I copied it, basically.
Well,
and now you can copy me.
Yes.
Right? That's the whole point. That's why we do this show, so you can copy each other, right? Now, the actual base card itself is the theatre card from the template library. Right? So what you're going to do is you're going to do your theatre card. It's number 17 in the template library. But what I've done is it finishes about here, right? And I wanted a bit more depth. So I've extended it by another inch, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm now going to use some of my cards. So this is the 12 by 12. Just cut down, and because in that template library you get the templates for the mats and layers as well.
Yeah, you do.
That's what's so brilliant about this. It's not just about having the background piece, it's about having all of those mats and layers. So I'm going to do the mats and layers, and what you'll notice is I've been quite tight with my cardstock here, and I've cut this a little bit shorter at the bottom because I've only cut it to the height of the stage. Right, and then I'm going to pop another little bit of cardstock underneath the bottom to fill in the extra piece. So I'm going to pop that at the height of the stage, which is actually the height of the original card. Right, so that's the original one that's in your template library. These are the ones that I've then extended a little bit, right? So I'm going to pop this on here, and this is going to extend right down the front. Now, notice I'm using my all-purpose glue when I'm doing my matting and layering, Ben.
Yeah.
This is my top tip and recommendation is it gives you time, look at that, to manoeuvre it into place, but also to rub out any excess that you don't need, and you get that really kind of professional finish to it, all right? So here's that piece there. I'm going to do exactly the same on the base. And then there is all of my matting and layering done. Now, I know you're all watching and saying, oh, she hasn't shown us how to make the card. It's a template, guys. I'm not going to focus on the template library. That was yesterday and Monday's shows, right?
Thousands of you got it, so.
So, now watch this. I'm going to pop these bits in here, right? So I'm going to use the reverse of the card. This is where it, and as much as it's killing me, Ben, to use to stick the mats and layers down where I've got the foiling on the inside.
That's why you need to buy more.
And so if you're going to do that, I always think if you want a cardstock to perfectly complement, the best one is the one that's on the back, because we've already thought about this for you and worked out the one that's going to perfectly complement that, right? So let's have a little look. I'm going to take that out because I've oozed a little bit of extra glue, and then I'm going to do the same here. Is that what Craig was doing this morning when he was doing his panelling?
No, last week.
Oh.
Yes, I remember that. Was that last week or the week before last? I think it was.
I don't know.
But yeah, very clever, made his own background with it. Very clever technique.
It's a brilliant technique to do, right? So there is my base card matted and layered up, ready to go, right? So now we need to do the stage, okay?
Right.
So this is where you're going to pay attention, guys. And I'm really sorry, but I've got to do this in centimetres because the measurement of this card was exactly in centimetres.
Right, okay.
So I'm going to give you them in centimetres, but your scoremaster has inches on one side, centimetres on the other. So don't think, oh, I'm not a centimetres girl.
Just flip your board over.
Just flip your board over, right? So what I'm going to do first of all is cut this piece of card to 12.5 centimetres, right, by 6. So if you do your scoring like that, then you can just trim to your score line. So 12.5 by 6, and that's the piece that we're going to start with, okay? 12.5 by 6.
Okay.
Then what I want you to do is I want you to score 3 sides at 2 centimetres. So you go 2, 2, and 2, right? And then fold them and give them a nice burnish. So folding and burnishing, right? And then what I want you to do is I want you to cut out the corners. So you're going to cut out these corners like this. 1, yep, and then we're going to cut out this corner here again. 2 corners out, all right? Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure the halfway point in the middle, right? So it was 12.5, so half that would be 6 1/4. So 6, and I'm just going to move that over, hang on, 6 there, and I'm going to move that over a tiny little bit, so that's my halfway point here, right? And then you need to join these lines up, so I'm going to go on my black line that we've put in the middle, so that I get a point into here like this, and a point into there. You got it?
Yeah.
Right? So what I've essentially done is, if I look at this in relation to my card, I've done a piece that's the width of the back of the card, right? But I've added on a little glue and flap, and then I've folded these pointed bits down, right? So this is how you're going to make your stage that goes in the bottom, right?
Okay.
So that is going to go down, that is all going to glue into place in there, and that is going to give me the stage that is going up
got you.
and back down, right?
Yeah.
So then what I want you to do is I just want you to use your tape and some really good glue and stick this into place, okay? I wouldn't use my all-purpose for this because you don't want that manoeuvrability at the end, right? So I'm going to pop that, first of all, onto the base bit here. And I'm totally in concentration mode here, if you hadn't noticed, right? And then each of these bits, so I'm going to fold that down, stick the one bit up there, and the second bit up here, right?
And then when it folds...
And there's given me that stage.
Perfect.
It's going to fold up perfectly, right?
Yeah, that's great.
So I'm going to just make sure they're stuck really thoroughly. 1, 2. So there is my manoeuvring stage, right?
Yeah.
Then you need to pop your couple on here, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to just get a strip of acetate, and all I've done is I've made a cube of acetate. So I've scored at every 2 centimetres, and I've made a little cube of acetate like this, which is what I'm going to stick on the inside here. In fact, let's just make it, and I'll show you. So if I just, it's just really hard when I'm working with acetate because it's hard for me to see, so almost impossible for you guys to see, right?
Yeah.
So let's go to fold over there. There is my little cube of acetate, nice and tight and ready to go on the background there. So it's going to go into place here. So what you're going to do is you're going to stick tape on 2 sides. I'm going to go one there, and then I'm going to do, can you see what I'm doing there? What, the other one there? I feel like you're all waiting with bated breath now.
Well, I just, yeah.
Yeah. It's all watching and just taking in, right? So there is my little step, so that is the little step piece that's going up and down. Yeah, can we see that?
So is that, sorry, so it's stuck to the actual stage bit, isn't it?
It's stuck to the stage at the bottom.
Oh, I see.
And
That's
stuck to the back of
angle
the card, yeah? Can we
Yeah.
all see that? I might show you that to the front camera as well, just to make sure you've got it, right? So you can see that it's a little stick, and it's stuck on the bottom bit and stuck on the back bit as well.
Yeah.
So that when this goes together, it's going to fold up and then it's going to come down again.
Gotcha.
Really, I don't know how our Liam came up with this, but I think it's absolutely genius how he did, right? So there's your stage, and then we just need our flapper people to put on it,
Oh, yeah,
right?
the flapper people.
So, look what I've done. I've ran a sheet of, through this, you can either put through the Xyron, or you can give it a, one of them sheets of adhesive, right? But I'm going to take this, wherever it's my flapper girl person, I don't think I've got that die out.
What if you lost your flapper people?
I want me flapper people.
Oh, whilst you're looking...
thank you. Yeah, give us a second. Oh, I've got them.
Oh, you got
I've
it.
got them. No, you talk.
Ah.
Everybody can watch what I'm doing while you chit-chatting, Ben.
Linny's is saying this is a show-stopping demo of the showstopper. It certainly is. Regina Boyd says, I am making this card today. You'll have to let us know if you want to attempt this as well. And if you do make sure that you tag us in your pictures if you're putting them up on socials, or you can send them to us as well. If you've made any cards with this collection, we can show them on the latest show, studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk. The shape of the card, says Kirsty D, reminds me of a mirror my nana had on her dressing table. And Carol Byrne says, this reminds me of Radio City in New York. Do you reckon, there's a few people, including Karen, saying, question, Liam is a fantastic crafter. Would we potentially see him on any of the shows in future, do you reckon?
Oh, you never know. You never know. We might be able to build up his confidence and get him on there.
The thing is, Liam, and he won't mind me saying this, he is a multi-skilled guy and he's very talented. And I think amongst all of the other stuff that he does for us as well, he's a busy boy. He's a busy boy, and not just in work as well, because currently he's doing rehearsals for a local show that he's going to be in, so he's a performer. He's getting ready to run the London Marathon as well, so he's an athlete. He's doing all like sort of technical bits and pieces that I don't even understand. He was in the gallery last night doing our show our US show for HSN. So yeah, I mean, I don't know whether he's got time, Sarah. That's probably the thing, isn't it?
We will get him on here at some
Yes.
point, I can promise you. Yep, he's. I think he'll be keen to do it. We'll get him talked into it and we'll get him on there. But he does a lot of the projects for the blog as well, guys. So
Yeah.
it's nice to see. Right, are you ready to see this going with the Gilden Flakes, right? So, you need this Gilden Flakes kit in your life, guys. So, last time I did it with a all-over stick. This time, I'm going to do it, and I've got that background like this. So you've got glue, as long as you've got adhesive on, oh,
Yeah.
crikey, that is really strong adhesive. It's going to absolutely take your Gilden Flakes perfectly. And, crikey, it is strong adhesive. Right, and then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to pop them all over the background,
Yeah.
just to get you that bit of a finish.
Oh yes. We were saying earlier on, if there's ever a collection that needs bling and glitter and gold, it's this, isn't it?
Oh, 100% is this collection.
The Twenties is the one to go for. Look how well that takes. That's
Well, I'm giving it a
incredible.
really good rub, but don't worry, because you rub all the excess off.
Yeah, yeah.
And then all that excess is going to go, what's going to go back into the tub.
Yeah.
So it looked like I took everything out the tub there, but actually all this goes back in. How amazing does that look? Give us a second just to clean up and put it all back in the tub then.
Absolutely stunning. The blog, by the way, Liam's blog, I'll show you his blog piece. A few of you asking about that, is this one just here. So a few of you saying which one's on the blog. It's that project there. This one did used to light up, I think. I think the lights are going. I'm just pressing the button on the side there. It does light up, but that's the blog piece that Liam put together that you can find. Go under the power cut, that's it. But you can find that on the website. That is Liam's blog. He's a genius, says Lillian. He sounds like an all-round superstar. He really is. And Colleen just saying, love the flapper people as well. Just before we move on to the next bit, we are at 80% of the stock now gone. It is time to make your mind up and get this collection into your basket. Craig was potentially going to do a little bit tonight, but probably the way it's going won't have any left. It certainly is not going to make Second Chance Sunday, where he was supposed to be making another appearance. Get it now, don't miss out, don't wait until after the show. Bearing that in mind, by the way, I must just tell you, we are going to extend the show just a little bit, so don't disappear at 4. We're going to carry on till around about 20 past 4. So what's that, 20 past 11 Eastern, just to kind of make up for the time that we lost with that power cut. So do stick around with us for another sort of 25 minutes or so, and we've got lots more to come. Right, back to Sarah, because the golden couple are getting ready to go on the stage.
Back them onto another piece of blue card here, right? And I'm going to take this and I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the background piece here, Ben, and I'm going to pop it with his foot on there like that, right? So now, there he is. Now they go up and down
yes.
with that stage. Just make sure you've got everything really thoroughly stuck. Look, that's not sticking down there. I might pop a little bit of red line. Oh, there, it's sticking really well now. That's it. That's what you want. That's how you get them going up and down.
So clever.
And then all I've got is a couple of tiny little bits, so I can just pop this, for example, in the background here. It just covers over the working for all of that down there.
It's like Fred and Ginger, isn't it? That's what it reminds me of a little bit. Dancing away there on the stage. You can hear the music going, Johnny said. What would the music be, Johnny? What would it be, eh? It'd be dun, 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 dun. Maybe a little bit like that, I don't know. And all that jazz. It's
And
such
all that jazz.
That is brilliant.
Right, let's have a little look. And then I've got dance till the stars come down from the rafters.
Yes.
Love that one. Nice big globule of glue gel on there. That's going to go. Save this demo, guys, so you can come back and watch. If you need all them measurements, they're all in there. You can come back and watch that as many times as you want. That is how you do a theatre card.
Theatre card, stage drop, mic drop. Seriously, that is just such a clever concept. Kudos to Liam and Sarah. What a brilliant, brilliant project you've just shown us there. Hands up in the comments, who's going to be trying out that card a little bit later on. Johnny's just said it's worth it to be able to make that card alone. Absolutely brilliant. Potentially one of the cards of the year.
Do you think, oh!
I'm putting it out there because it's so clever. It's such a dip. Can I just have a quick go with it? Woo! Yes. That, I mean, come on. I mean, do we even need to have a vote at the end of this show? That is just... Should we just put a star up now?
Put a star on the wall now. I'll take that.
Yeah, you've got to be careful because the old star monitor, Craig, is in the building later on, so we'll be up there taking it down. He's a bit like that. Let us know if you're going to be making this. What a beautiful card. Very clever and gorgeous, says Peg. Benita says, no words. I am blown away by this project. Stunning, says Alison. Wonderful, wonderful card, says Carletta. Eleanor Schwing Jones says, love the card. It's amazing. And Colleen Passardi says, I love the theatre card. Wicked. It is absolutely wicked. We're going to get you voting for your favourite in just a little while. If you have just tuned in, by the way, and you're thinking of the vote, we will do that, but we're going to extend just a little bit longer for you because we lost a bit of time due to that power cut. Joanne, yes, that would make an awesome New Year's Eve party invite as well, that card. And Christine says, what about a star for Liam? I mean, we'll ask the star monitor later on whether we can do that or not. But listen, he is such a you probably will say no. He is such a talented bloke, our Liam, and what a great concept. I hope you can all copy it. One thing I do want you to get in your baskets as well, not only that showstopper, but your Store It All multi-pocket binder. Launched this yesterday to high acclaim. You guys love this because it kind of completes the set of our folders, doesn't it? We've got that little small folder to keep all of your stamps and dies in, and the larger version of that as well, which you put all of your magnetic panels in. This one, very different. Looks the same but different because it looks the same as our beautiful folders. Company colours, of course. You've got your Crafters logo, really beautifully stitched handle, comfy handle there as well to carry everything in. However, it's different for the fact when you turn it on the side, you can see this is big time. Big boy, we called this yesterday, the big boy folder, because it comes with the ability to be able to store, well, like a mini craft room basically, because it's not like little panels that you've got inside your Store It All. It is, in fact, these amazing pockets, right? So these are inside your folder. Each one of them has 4 separate pockets. So you've got the ability to have 12 pockets in total here to store all sorts of goodies. And look, you can see in ours, we've stored so many different things. We've got some glue in here. We've got some of our foam pads, glossy highlights, some of our tri-blend pens. I mean, literally everything. Some blending tools. We've got some of our tapes and ink pads in there. Loads of room in here, all see-through. So it makes it nice and easy once again to store it and then select exactly what you need because you know exactly what is in there, and wipe clean too. But what I love about this is the fact that you've got so many different compartments. Each one of these has 2 zips, so you can store things by genre, store things by collection. Jan's idea yesterday when she saw this, she was blown away actually because she'd ordered this but hadn't yet sort of seen it in close up. She said she was going to use this for like all of her offcuts, like all of her scraps, if you like a little bit of a mini scrap
Love
rack.
that idea.
So whatever you want to use it for, but what again I love about this is the fact it contains so much, but all of the panels will pop out for you too. So again, if you are someone perhaps who likes to take a bit of crafting with you when you go away, you don't have to take the whole folder. You can just simply stack this up with a few goodies, maybe a particular project that you're working on, take it with you and away you go. And then all of those 3 panels come out. Our Charlotte yesterday was going on about the fact that she was thinking about, taking all the panels out and just using that maybe to store some of your papers in or other bits and pieces if you wanted to do that. It's such a great idea, and again, another great way for you to be able to store all of your crafty goodies, and particularly great once again if you don't have a designated craft room. All of these solutions just make life easier for you. It launched yesterday. We've held the price again for you here, so $39.99. If you didn't pick it up yesterday, you can still get it for the price we had it at yesterday, and you'll still get those 50 bonus points included as well, which is incredible. So £39.99 if you're platinum, $47.96, and add on those bonus points as well. Again, something that you're thinking about getting into your basket alongside that amazing collection. We'll show you more of that a little bit later on in Beautiful Beginnings, but I know it's been super duper popular over the course of the last 24 hours. All right, so normally at this point I'll be saying we were wrapping up, we'll be doing a vote, but we are carrying on. We're going to squeeze in another demo for you here on the Roaring Twenties collection, and then we'll get the vote going just after 4 o'clock. Now is the time to be buying it. Now is the time to not be waiting. Get it. £86.93 for that full collection, $111.46 if you're platinum. And remember to go for the showstopper. That's the one that's going to give you those added extras. There is no point buying the collection on its own at this point, because even if you have the goodies that are in that goodie bag, get them again, gift them. It's the same price. There's no reason why you wouldn't go for it. If you're getting the collection as well, make sure you're adding in more of those consumables. Get another one of 1 or 2 or maybe 3 whilst we've got as much stock as we have of those 12 by 12 paper pads. Get the linen to match up with it as well. But don't forget, if you want that acetate, that gorgeous acetate, or the plastic, as we're really calling it, 380 micron with those gorgeous designs on, you have to go for the bundle. And come on, that is not such a bad thing. What a price as well. I mean, that is incredible. Like, sorry, you touched on that earlier, £175 or $222. Launching officially today, I mean, it's pretty much like a half price deal if you're platinum, isn't it? On launch.
Well, that's the worth thinking about. So you've got to remember, that's only if you go for the showstopper. I'll quickly swap the details and show you what's going to be sold after the showstopper. So the showstopper is just for us here on Crafters TV, right? That's why we tried to make it a little bit extra special for our Crafters TV viewers, okay? That is the launch collection that everybody else has got accessibility to via our website. So that is the complete mega bundle where you get everything in the range, and instead of paying £135 or $175, you pay £108 or $140, right? That's the launch bundle. However, if I change it to the showstopper deal, you'll notice it's exactly the same price, but what we do is give you that goodie bag of freebies. It's 4 freebies, and it's freebies from some of our other Sara signature collections. They're just thrown in as a bonus, as in, like, you know, because you were there on the day, on the launch, and you're a Crafters TV viewer, we give you that extra little bonus thrown in. So you get 4 free gifts thrown in with it, which by the time you work out the saving, you can see there, as Ben was just saying, if you're a platinum member, it should be £222, and you're paying $100 and you're paying $111. That is a literal straight half price if you're a platinum member. It is an incredible deal, but it's only while we have stock of the showstopper. Once that showstopper's gone, actually the showstopper sells out. We're not limited on the freebies here, we're limited on the acetate. So it will not only be the showstopper, but it'll be our showstopper plus our complete collection. Then what we have to do is, and they're already doing it, they're already getting ready backstage here, basically in the office, they put the contingency together. So once the main deal sells out, we'll have a smaller bundle. It's probably going to be around about the same price. You just won't get the acetate in with it. And then the next item will sell out, which could be the linen card after that. Then that's going to have gone. So all that will happen is you'll not get a complete collection. You'll get bits of a collection. Not as big of a saving, but worse still, you'll not get the showstopper freebies.
Yeah.
So if you want the showstopper freebies, it literally is the last, and we're down to less than 150 units of it now, right? Like less than 150 available of that showstopper. Now, most people don't watch this show live. They watch it back over the rest of the day. So if you are watching it back, it might be that you're watching and the showstopper isn't available anymore. So please have a check. I'm pretty gutted for you if it's not. But please, good luck. If we've got that showstopper, it's all yours, but you've got to be quick and get it, right? Now, are you ready for the last demo?
Right.
I might squeeze in 2, right? But I thought we'd do this little box. So I never do, this very infrequently I do different cards. This little squeezy box opens, right? This is one of the projects, I'll have to make sure that's stuck on really well, that's on the Ultimate USB.
Oh, yeah.
So it's one of them ones where the actual base of the box is square, but it comes to a flat bit at the top. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Now, if you're doing them on the Ultimate USB, what you'll notice is you can print out the instructions for each one. So I've printed, it's called the gift, it's from the gift card and gift card holders, gifts and gift card holders section, and it's the self-closing treat box, right? So it tells you need the boxer board on the Ultimate Pro, or your Scoremaster's the same, right? And then what you're going to do is trim a piece of cardstock to 5 by 6.5. So I've just trimmed it to 5 by 6.5 inches, right? Place the short edge onto the box lid. So let's get my box lid on the inches side, right? And I'm going to follow this through exactly. Short edge onto the box lid of the boxer board or the Ultimate Pro. Score at 3 and 6, right? So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to score at 3 inches and 6 inches, right? And then what you're going to do is it says, and on the bottom edge only, mark it at half an inch up and 1.5. So what you're going to do then is you're going to go 1.5, but you're only marking it at the bottom like this, and then also 4.5, right? So we're coming down and we're just marking it at the bottom, right? Then it tells me I need to turn it to 90 degrees, and I'm going to score at half an inch, which is this one here, all the way down, and 4.5 inches, which is this one, all the way along the top, right? So now I'm getting this. Then what you need to do is we need to go diagonal lines from the end of this section. So if I line this up with the 4, right, end of this section, and we're going to go through to this middle point here, right? So we're going up to that point there, and then we turn it around and we're going up to this point here, right? I'm going to do the same with this one, get it into the middle. I'm always at home when I'm doing my ultimate projects, Ben.
I can tell.
It's just that, it's that little bit, you know, when everyone's got a comfort zone,
Yeah,
and it's a colouring or whatever. For me, it's all of these, right? Then what you're going to do is we're going to cut the corners, right? So we're cutting these corners right out. And you can watch me do this on the Ultimate USB, by the way. So you can watch all the videos there and learn how to do all of these.
33 projects on that.
There, isn't it? Oh, good memory. These are good, aren't you? I'm going to fold all of these. So these give you the 4 sections for the bottom, all right? Now, fold and burnish all of your crease lines. Yeah, I remember doing this like it was yesterday. In Studio 2 with our Johnny. We had to do a lock-in one night, record all the videos too. It was 2 nights we worked into the night.
You filmed the whole USB over 2 nights?
Yeah, but we worked right into the night.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, we were like... So we had to do it when the studio wasn't in use. So can you see? Now, these are the sort of things whereby they look really complicated. And this is why I like to make one on air every now and again. Because when you see it made, you go, oh, actually, it's not as difficult as I thought it was going to be, right? Now, I want this to stick really, really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight along with red liner tape. And watch this little tip I've got for you here, right? So if I come with the red liner tape right along the bottom.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I've cut this into pieces, haven't I? Right? But instead of having to peel multiple bits off, pop it on like that, right? I'm going to take this off, right? I'm going to just take that end bit off, and then I'm going to cut down those pieces. Now, as long as everyone can see what I'm doing, Ben, all I'm doing after this is a little bit of matting and layering.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you quickly, because loads of comments coming through. We are 85% of the showstopper has now sold through. Now is the time to be thinking, getting it in your basket. So much to take away with this as well. Not just like all of the content, but all of the great demos that Sara's brought to you today. All of the great demos from Craig a little bit earlier on as well. So you've got loads to be working on, loads of great projects to be trying at home. And top up that basket as well, like Annie's done. She says, I'm thinking since the paper's so fabulous on both sides, I may just need more of it to get the best use of it. Yep, that's all it took to talk me into more. You need to buy more, honestly. If budget allows, get more of the paper pads and that linen cardstock to go with it as well. Sonia Parker is saying, it's official, I'm broke. I bought Through the Looking Glass yesterday. That was a great buy. Roaring 20s today. On the plus side, though, my diet will go well as I can't buy any food.
Well, you know, that is a good... I'd be taking that as a big win, guys.
Yeah, you know, you've got loads of stuff to craft with. Your diet's going to be on track as well. Loads of love for that theatre card as well. Gloria's saying, I was wondering if picture could be put inside. Nothing to stop you, is there? Putting a little picture behind, you know, building a bit of scenery around there.
I think that would be lovely.
And Peg says, my grandma would have been in her 20s, in the 20s. I bet she had a blast. It did look like a fun era to be in, didn't it? The music... The costumes, the singing and dancing. I mean, some of the outfits, Sara, from that era were absolutely amazing, weren't they?
The more I know about it is just from obviously doing Strictly and watching the people who did the Charlestons and how they do their hair and their makeup and everything, and I just absolutely love it.
Yeah. So. You're looking very sort of, I know we chatted about this earlier on, but your top has garnered a lot of praise and attention on the socials today as well.
Oh, are we loving it today? So. Well, I just thought, you know, I'd push the boat out a little bit. Yeah. Oh, there's the little piece of black card I'd already cut for the bottom. I knew I was organised somewhere. Right, I'm just going with my mat and layers now, Ben.
Okay. Eleanor just saying, I was thinking about my grandma and her sister in that time. They probably had a lot of fun back then. They definitely did. They definitely did. And thank you, Linda, who's saying, I've sent in a picture of my lantern that I made with this collection. If we don't get time in the next sort of 20 minutes or so, we will try and put
I don't want us to risk it, Ben, because I don't want us to break. Maybe it's tonight, right?
Maybe tonight.
Once we find out why that electrical surge happened and where the power cut went, then we can start faffing about with extra buttons. But until then, nobody faffs with any extra buttons.
George, don't press the extra button in there.
Not until we finish the launch show.
No, okay. We've been told now.
Told.
Maybe later. Maybe later. And Michelle Parsons loving our brand new storage, the Store It All that she's calling the Crafter's Briefcase. I love that.
Oh, nice.
Would be great for sewing, cut fabrics, embroidery threads, etc. It absolutely would be. Whatever you want to use it for, really. Perfect storage. Right, how are we getting on over there?
I am nearly done with my mats and layers, so that is the base box done there, right?
Okay.
So I want you to see the base box looking good, and I'm done. once I've done that, all I need to do is a little bit of decoration to go on the front.
Okay.
And do you know what I thought looked really good with this one? Now, bear in mind, I haven't had a chance to do any stamping on these at all, right, Ben? So, but you've got all of them stamp sets. It might be worth you showing everybody, actually, the stamp sets that we've got on the set, because you've got all them lovely stamp sets, and they just give you a lovely central piece. So what I'm going to do with this one, right, there's my base card. Let's have a little look. I'll just put a little bit of stuff coming along the top here and a little bit on the other side. There's my box, ready to go as the box, right? And it's just about decorating said box now, right? And I think the one that, so by the way, just so I was, Ben's to open at the top. Obviously, you're not going to open it until all your glue's dried.
Yeah.
That's why I've used the all-purpose, so that I get a good all-over background stick and nothing's going to lift up, right? So I'm going to leave that to dry. But while we're decorating it, I thought I could use a little bit of gold card, and also the linen card. I'm just going to tell you guys, the linen card in this collection is just, it's just something else.
Very, very busy for it as well, Sarah. It's flying out. People are adding it, multi-adding it into their baskets to go with the collection as well. You made a great point as well earlier on about saying, you know, if you're getting more of the 12 by 12s, then you definitely need to get more of the linen card stock as well, because it's all been curated to work together, hasn't it? Absolutely perfectly.
It has indeed. You're just going to have to take my word for it that I said, because I can't see where I've put my feather dye. So you're going to cut out, and I've already cut out my feathers. But I think the thing is, guys, you want to see how to do the concepts, right? That's what you're wanting to see, isn't it? Not necessarily. You don't need to see me cutting loads of things out. You want to see how I put all them concepts together, right? So watch this one here. I'm going to pull this together again. I've got those two little bits, but then I've already stamped the girl. So she is totally classy looking there.
She is.
That's fabulous,
All
right?
that jazz is that stamp set.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I didn't bother learning the names of all of them, but I know they've all got fancy names.
Yeah, just in case people want to buy individually, create their own smaller bundles.
To be honest, if there was ever a collection where I'd tell you not to do that, this would be the one. Because you'll think that you want to do that, guys, right? But actually, the collection isn't that big. It's not one of these ones where, you know, it's... Because it was quite a niche concept, I didn't know how people were going to take it. I didn't really want to go to town too much and put too much into the collection. So what I did do is make sure that I was very concise, and everything that was in there was very considered for a reason, right? So that's why I'm saying this is the one time I would say actually don't do that.
Well, the thing is, like you said, that is a great point, isn't it? Particularly if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to spend that 50 to get the extra 10 off. Well, if you're doing that, I mean, you know, particularly if you're platinum as well, it's £86. You've got the whole collection with everything in it. So whatever works for your budget, but yes, absolutely, if you can, go for it. Get the showstopper with all those freebies in as well. Look at that. I mean, bang together in a matter of moments. That's great, Sarah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Looking good. I better bring that over for the... actually, I don't want you faffing with it. I'll bring my other one over. I don't want you, you know, while it's not dry, right? So I'm going to bring it over. I'm going to give you one because, tell you what, I'm just going to put it out there now. I've got some good contenders for demo of the show.
You have got some good contenders.
I mean, I don't know if there's any point doing a vote because we all know what's going to win. But still, there's some good contenders.
There are some good contenders. Should we get the vote going now? And then we'll have a look through everything. I tell you what, do you want to look at the boards afterwards? After I've done the votes, or do you want me to look at them? You look at the cards?
I'll do a tiny little tidy up and I'll come and nick all the boards off you.
All right, well, let me take you through all of... Oh, you have been busy, haven't you? Seriously.
I really have. Do you know, considering we had a power cut in the middle of it all?
I know. I'd forgotten about this one. I might have to go back on what I said, that there's going to be an outright winner here, because all of these are amazing. That gorgeous sidestepper with the shaker that we did, well, right at the start of the show is number 1. So if you like that one the best, I love that sentiment as well that you're going to get in this collection. So good. So that's 1. Then number 2 was this beautiful card here, triple stepper, with all of that beautiful embossing and the gilding flakes on there, and then the beautiful feathers that you got on there too. So that's number 2. Number 3 was this kind of scene card, that look-through scene card, which is absolutely gorgeous. So clever is that? And that's number 3. What's the sentiment on the bottom of there? Oh, thanks for being there. So that's 3. Now, you all know which number 4 was. I will truly be interested, A, to see if this wins, and B, if it does, if it is a landslide. I think it might be closer than you think, but that is such a clever concept. Number 4 for the theatre stage dropper card. So that's 4. And last, but by no means least, is that beautiful little gift box that Sara's just popped together there. Again, design from that on the Ultimate. So that is 5. One more time then. So 5, 4, boop, 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 3, 2, or 1. Get voting now. I reckon you've got about 5 minutes. But I can hear Johnny already. I know the result already without even looking. But we'll pretend it's really close. We'll pretend it's really close. Whilst we just head over to Sara and have a look for one final time through this collection. And I think, Sara, as well, would be quite nice for you. I know you talked about it at the start of the show, but for people perhaps who are just joining a little bit late, why particularly this collection and why now?
Yes, so this is a theme that we've been asked about for a lot of years, and it was never my style. So it was never something that I felt really passionate, like I desperately want to do this. But it keeps coming up. Every product development day, people keep putting it forward. It'd be lovely to do a 20s style, Sara's signature. So I started researching it. And when I researched, what I realised had been the problem is that it had never been executed well. So my perception of, I don't know if I want to make cards with that era is because all I've ever seen in cards of that era was never the sort of look I was after. But when I started to look at what the inspiration, I thought, oh, we could do a showgirl type die. And what about doing a Charleston couple, but having them as a silhouette? And as soon as I started to pull it all together, I was like, yes, that's how it needs to be done. No one's ever done it like that before. That's why I've never fallen in love with this sort of theme and era as a crafting collection. I love that era, but never as a crafting collection before. So I feel like the team really took my vision really to heart, and I was on them. Usually I'd just say, yeah, this is the sort of thing where I was like, no, it's got to be exactly this, because I had a very specific idea in mind of what I wanted, and I think they've executed it to perfection.
Yeah. So
for example, the 12x12 pad, we've pushed the board out and we've gone with the foiling, because I feel like you didn't need fancy fussy papers. You needed that really Art Deco style, the really bright, bold designs, but they would really benefit from having that foiling on. So you've got the foiling collections on there, and it really just lifts them designs to the next level, right? So you've got in here your 24 sheet pad, but your 24 sheet pad with those beautiful foil designs. And then a lot of these, you get exactly the same designs in the 6x6, okay? So can you see, you've got the Roaring 20s here, and then what you've got is you've got the matching acetate that's going to work in with it. Now the acetate itself, if I just show you, is this one here, right? The acetate, so you get 12 sheets, but it's not like acetate. It's like a plastic, right? Yeah, actually, I had to double check I didn't have 2 sheets there. Like a plastic. So if you're scoring it, make sure you use your very, very fine scoring tool to get a nice crisp line on there as well, right? So you're going to do your acetate in there in the 8x8, and there's 4 different designs, and you're getting multiple sheets of each one. So let me just get you through all of them. There's them fans, you'll see them coming through quite a few places, and then you've got this lovely all-over background one as well. Now, the acetate, we've had to disable it on its own because it is going to be the limiting factor that'll sell the bundle out. So no more orders for acetate on its own, but it is in that big bundle at the moment, right? So that's your acetate, okay? You've got your 6x6 version of the pad, exactly the same, and then you've got the linen cardstock. Now, usually I say, do you know, if you've got colours that are similar, you can probably work to that. However, with this one, it is such a specific tone of colour palette, and they're not the sort of colours that you get very often in a lot of packs. So I would say if there's anything where you're going to stretch for an extra one, if you're going for an extra 12x12 pad, get an extra linen card pack as well, okay? Now, then you also have in here the Roaring 20s gilding flakes set, right? Now, we've gone with the luxury gilding flakes on this one. So let me just show you the colour tonation in there, because it's different to the colours that you've got on the actual foiling, because this is the luxury gilding set that we do. So we have a gold in our collection that's almost the same as the gold in here. This is the luxury finish, and you can see just how if I use that next to some of the foiling, for example, you'll see how beautifully well they work together, even though they're not the same. So it's not about the same tone of gold, because personally I felt like this was the right tone for the foil, but it's a slightly different tone than I think you want. Now, I did want the same tone in the sequin pack. There's a sequin pack in there as well. So we've put you in, I don't know where mine's gone. There's a sequin pack, guys, that you're going to get in with this, and you'll use it all the time. Ben's coming in. Sequin pack. I'll throw it at you. No. Woo! Good catch. So I love them little sequins on that one, by the way. I think that card's lovely. We're going to look at some cards in just a second, right? So there's your Gilden Flakes. Now, the other pieces. So there are 3 stamp sets in here.
Yep.
All of stamps which are made to be coloured, right? So beautiful designs for you to colour onto these. So you can see you've got the lovely couple, which is called Together Forever.
Yep.
Then you've got that lovely flapper girl called Razor Glass.
Uh-huh.
And then this one, as Ben pointed out, All That Jazz. That's the one that I personally love to colour
Beautiful.
in on this one, right? Embossing folder wise, you saw that lovely 3D embossing folder that we used on the back of this one here. And then you've also got the cut and emboss folder, which I've been using for shaker cards, like you saw me do on this one earlier in the show. Also, if you want to do frames, like I did on this card earlier in the show, gives you that lovely frame or lovely base for your shaker. So I've used that an awful lot. I think Craig, if he's got more on, there's more cards I think Craig's got planned with this one tonight, if we've still got some stock of that. And then dies-wise, we've also got a piece of, we've got some of the organza.
Yeah.
But then dies-wise, that is that lovely showgirl that I've used a lot, and then you saw me do the demo where you cut her out. That's my favourite, the Charleston couple, right? You've got that edgeable, which exactly matches in the designs that you've got in the acetate and the papers, and that feather, which I'm just going to tell you, you will use and better use.
Yeah.
It's not a massive collection, guys. If you're a platinum member, you're talking under £90 or just over $100. I mean, it's not very often, and that's not a starter kit, that's not missing a few bits, that is every, you can see it here, everything in the collection, all in that one, Ben.
There is, if you want to get that showstopper, we are fast approaching, we're at 85 now, aren't we, I think? Approaching limited stock now, so chances are when we come back later on for Beautiful Beginnings at 6 o'clock, we are going to be talking limited stock, last chance saloon. We're sort of hovering around just over 100 of these showstoppers left, so now is the time to be making up your mind and grabbing this set. What a great show. Benita's just saying, can you do Grease next? Disco, a gorgeous disco ball with couples dancing. Might be the next one to do, a 70s collection maybe. Add that one to the dinosaur collection that you were all asking for the other day as well. Demo of the show. Whew, it was close.
Is that right?
It was 1 or 200 votes between the winner and all the others. The winner is... Yay!
Can I just show you, while you're looking at my theatre cards, I've actually found Liam's original theatre card that he did that I saw as inspiration. So it just shows you guys, the reason that we do these shows is so that you can copy our ideas.
Yes.
Right? All I've done is I've taken Liam's and I've done it in my own colourway with my own designs on there. But I think that theatre card is fabulous, and it's from the Template Library. I think it was number 17, I said it was.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I said. Yeah.
There we go.
Can I show you a couple more of the other samples while you're chit-chatting?
Go on.
Right, go on then. I'll walk through them. You can keep chit-chatting. I'll just show pictures.
Okay, I'll read the final few comments which have come through. I love that last card you showed, by the way, with the couple dancing on the thread. Papers are amazeballs, says Wendy Myers. I'm completely enamoured with that peacock feather. A lot of people saying they're going to be using that across various collections as well. Annie Cagle just says, think I'm going to need some more black as well. Hoping for some A3 black on Crafter's Companion someday soon.
You ask, we will do our best, guys.
And Anne also saying, I'm thinking this, since this paper is so fabulous on both sides, I may need to get more. That is the trick. That's what you need to be doing. Get the showstopper and add more of the consumables in. Wendy just saying the cut and emboss folder may be my favourite within that collection. And now you're asking for 50s collections as well, with poodle skirts and the lot, says Susie. Tara as well, just as you're just showing us these final few cards, that is gorgeous. What was the name of the last box that you made as well? I know it's on the USB.
So
just remember the name of that one.
was the self-closing treat box.
Okay.
And it's in the section on gifts and gift card holders.
Marvellous on the USB, if you have it. Wow. What a show. A massive thank you to all of you for watching. Thank you for sticking with us. Technical problems, but we've kind of made up for those 20 minutes that we missed by just going on a little bit longer for you. Sarah, when are you back next with us?
Well, I'm having a little cheeky holiday next week.
Oh, yeah?
I am.
You?
So half term, so I'm taking the kids away. So I am off all of next week, so it'll be the week after.
Okay. We'll see you then. Thank you so much. I'm having a cheeky little holiday next week as well. Yeah?
Oh, it's all right for some of us, isn't it?
Yeah. Johnny, he just goes, I'm so easy to wind up, he's just gone, shock. I have not had a holiday since Christmas, and it's nearly March. sort of. Thank you so much to Sarah. Thank you to you guys for watching. If you have waited, please do now go to the checkouts. We are just a cat's whisker away from limited stock here. When we come back for Beautiful Beginnings at 1 o'clock Eastern, it will be literally a handful of these remaining. So don't wait until then. You've got all of the opportunity to buy now. So many great projects that you can be trying. And of course, Craig will be looking at a few more on Beautiful Beginnings later on. But thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with us. Get to the checkouts. I will be back with Beautiful Beginnings in just over an hour and a half time. Until then, bye for now.